Wow, the most scenic route in the world? I don't know about that. Maybe the most scenic in Portugal, but somebody told me, I can't remember who it was, that this is a really scenic ride. So let's go check it out. By the way, my name is Nick Robinson and I've been living in the Algarve for 23 years, and I hope you enjoy joining me in these little trips all around the Algarve so you can get to know what it's like to live here, what it's like to holiday here, and just get to know the place like really, really well. So I've got a ton of videos all about every single town in the Algarve. So go check it out, and I'll leave a link to the playlist of all those towns in somewhere around here. Look around. All right. Let's go to the West Algarve. See you in a bit. I arrived in Lule train station pretty early. This is not the first train of the day. There was an Alfa Pendular that came through at 7:10. Oh, I got that wrong. And I realized that I was on the wrong track. So I just got to rush over this beautiful bridge and some amazing views for filming. And then get down to the other side and hop onto the train bound for Lagos. Lule to Lagos was going to be a 1.5 hour journey on this little train, but I was going to mix it up a little, so check this out. Okay, so let's get into some of the practical aspects about the Algarve train line. Now, there are 3 ways to get a ticket. Number 1, you can go and book online on cp.pt, and included in that number 1 is also their app, which you can actually buy, and you make an account and you put your credit card on, and it's all super cool. So then they'll give you a PDF, which you can actually show to the conductor, or if you're booking a seat on a train, you just have to show your identity that you booked it with, your identity card, your passport, or whatever. The second way is obviously to go into a train station and buy a ticket. There's often queues and often times limited where you can buy them, so that's not always the best option. The third way is to buy from the conductor. I mean, if you're really in a tricky spot and it's not a reserved train, you can always buy from the conductor on the way with cash or with card. Now, the cost of tickets. So basically, I paid €7 from Lule to Lagos. I'm not going to go through the cost of tickets for every single one, but from Lule all the way east to Vila Real Sant Antonio was €5.50. Generally, if you, like I said in the last video, these tickets are for one unbroken journey. So if you break a journey, you have to buy another ticket. So you can't go from Faro to Vila Real Sant Antonio, for example, jump off at Olhão and then catch another train, because you'll have broken your journey and have to buy another one. What? All right, here's some quick sample journey prices and their corresponding durations. But please double check with cp.pt, as things do change often, and there also are strikes, so look out for those. Sample journey prices from Faro east to Vila Real Sant Antonio is €5.65 on a normal day, and it takes more or less 1 hour and 10 minutes. Changes based on the chimes of trains and just lots of other things. Faro west to Lagos is €7.95, and that takes more or less 1 hour and 45 minutes. If you do the whole line, Lagos all the way to Vila Real Sant Antonio, it'll take you €11, or it'll cost you €11.35. And that'll take more or less 3 hours and 20 minutes on average, which sounds like a long time. But now just note these stations. So Lagos is the west end, Vila Real Sant Antonio is the east end. Faro is more or less the middle, where you'll change often. And Túnez is also where you could potentially change, because if it's right in the middle. If you go from Faro west to Túnez, the train will divert north to Lisbon, or it'll carry on to Lagos. There are lots of discounts for old age pensioners. There are discounts for students, and there are rail passes as well in the Algarve. I think it's about €21 for 2 days, when you can jump on and off wherever you like. So that might be a good thing. But just, there's a lovely, lovely poster of the beach, and it's saying take the train, and it sort of implies that you can take the train to the beach. We'll get into that in a minute, because you can't really. Yep, you guessed it. I jumped off the train at Faro and I decided to walk across the river Arad, which you can see here. And then on the right-hand side is the other bridge, which is the Portimao Railway Bridge across the river Arad. There's quite a few bridges here. There's the A22, the 125, and there's a whole bunch, another one as well. But this area here, which you're looking at, is the Festival de Sardinia area, basically. It's like under the bridge where the Sardine Festival started years ago. And I came here back in 2001 or 2002 and was surprised to see that they served me sardines with all the derums and the insides in it, not gutted. I was like, well, that's just the Portuguese way. But I was determined to come to this place called Downtown in Portimao, because the Portimao digital nomads always rave about this place, and it's a bar, restaurant, cafe, co-working spot, and a youth hostel all in one, or just a hostel. So it was quite a cool spot to do. I walked past Manke Flesseman's gallery. Unfortunately, she was away, so I couldn't pop in for coffee. But it was great to sort of connect with, or almost connect with, artists again. Like I did a video about artists in the Algarve. So if that's your bag, go check that out.
Wow.
All right, moving on to Lagos. I'm going to make one more stop before we get to Lagos, based on the suggestion of one of our commenters on the YouTube channel. So thanks for that, man. Okay, now here's the bomb. This is a beautiful scenic route, but only from a drone. To be honest, if you're looking out the window, it looks great. You can see the countryside stuff, but the windows are pretty dirty because there's tons of graffiti on the train, and they've actually tried to clean off the graffiti, and they've scratched the windows. So they're permanently difficult to see through. Sometimes you get lucky. And secondly, you're always at sea level, so you're not having this fantastic view. So there's that. It is a great route, but it's not the most scenic route in the world, sorry to say. All right, how about a little recap? Okay, so I started in Nolé, trained all the way to Faro, jumped off, walked across the bridge into Portimao, had a little coffee in downtown Portimao, and went back to Portimao station, and then shuttled off west to Lagos, but didn't go all the way to Lagos. I stopped off at Meia Praia, and now I'm walking across this incredible network of walkways, wooden walkways that you can carouse every morning if you'd like. It's really beautiful. And I'm heading into Lagos to go and look for some lunch at a place that a friend recommended. So it sounds really good. Well, this has been a pretty cool ride so far. This is like my third video I've made about public transport in the Algarve, and the first one didn't go so well. Train just didn't pitch up. You can check it out in the link on the top there. One of those cards. But the last 2 days, last week and this week, the Eastern Algarve and the Western Algarve have been going swimmingly well. So a lot of people have been very negative about the Algarve public transport system, but it's been great for me, touch wood, because I'm just in between Meia Praia and Lagos, and I'm just going to walk to Lagos, have a little bit of lunch, and then catch a train all the way back because I got a couple of meetings this afternoon. So that's the deal. Let's hope hold thumbs, and no scenic route yet. By the way, Algarve Addicts is in the business of helping people relocate to the Algarve, and part of that is buying new houses. This one is for sale for 30 million bucks. Any takers? But we do actually do some more reasonable houses as well. So get in touch, algarveaddicts.com. Things are really heating up now, and after a hot, sweaty walk, I arrived at the cafe called Everyday People, which is this awesome spot. Sadly, they were closed, but I met the owner and she took me around. It was fantastic. Look how beautiful this place is. Dying to go back. What's your name, sorry?
My name's Alison.
Alison.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for showing me around.
That's okay. Yeah, but my co-owners are in the UK.
Okay.
And one of them's a designer. And the other one worked in coffee in Melbourne. So they have a lot of experience in getting the vibe right.
I like your name. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You just come up here. This is awesome. Yeah. Is this the co-working area up and downstairs?
Yes.
Okay. Because normally, oops. Oh, that's lovely. And this is from Luge.
That's from Luge, yeah.
Wow.
And the coffee, sorry, the honey is from the gal. Special man makes that.
And Fitz Cola.
Yeah, that's local.
Oh, brilliant. So do me a favor, go pop in and let me know what it's like if you're in Lagos. I'd love to hear it. I'm keen to go back when I'm in there, but I don't know when I'm going back to Lagos. Obrigado. Obrigado. That was pretty hectic. It was hot as hell in there. Wow. Then the conductor turned on the air conditioning. It wasn't too bad, but it seemed like there was a bit of a problem with the air conditioning or something. But it's not actually super hot today, but it was quite uncomfortable in there, and I'm pretty fit for a 55-year-old. If you are a little older and not super fit, I would take great care when traveling on public transport in Europe during the summer, because it does get hot. Bring water. Bring cool clothing, bring a fan, whatever you can, because sometimes people can get really like heat exhaustion and sunstroke, etc. So just be careful out there, kids. AlgarveAddicts.com. We'll see you next week, but if you need any help relocating to the Algarve, click through to our website, AlgarveAddicts.com. We offer tours, immigration assistance, long-term rentals, and we can buy you a house.